Every wag, every tilt of the head, every tiny shift in your dog's body, it's all a secret language. But here's the thing that most humans miss the message completely.
Hey guys. Hey.
Today, we're uncovering 12 dog body language secrets that humans almost always miss. And don't be fooled by the obvious ones. Number 5 will shock you, because a tail tucked between the legs isn't always fear. By the end, you'll see your dog's movements as clear conversations you were never taught to understand. But before moving on, tell us from which country of the world are you watching this video? Share it in the comments below. Number 12, the head tilt isn't just cute. We've all melted at the sight of a dog tilting their head when we talk to them. It's adorable, but behind the cuteness lies a practical reason that dogs tilt their heads to fine-tune how they hear us. By moving their ears and adjusting their muzzle, they're aligning sound waves better. It's almost like they're saying, "Wait, let me tune into that frequency." In a study at the University of Budapest, researchers noticed that head tilts were most common when dogs heard familiar words like walk or ball. Number 11. Yawning doesn't always mean sleepy. When we yawn, it's usually from boredom or fatigue. But for dogs, yawning is a powerful stress signal. This is what trainers call a calming signal. Dogs yawn when they feel anxious, overstimulated, or when they're trying to calm another dog down. For example, if a dog feels pressure from a stranger leaning over them, they may let out a big yawn as if to say, "I'm not a threat, let's cool this down." Next time you're at the vet's office, pay attention. You'll often notice dogs yawning repeatedly, not because they're tired, but because they're stressed. Have you ever thought your dog was just sleepy, when really, they were nervous? Number 10. Licking isn't always affection. Yes, sometimes licking is a kiss, but dogs also lick their lips even with no food around, as a sign of stress or confusion. Trainers call this a displacement behavior. In obedience training, when a dog doesn't fully understand a command, you'll often see them lick their lips. They're showing signs of confusion and stress. And here's something fascinating. In wolf packs, submissive wolves lick the mouths of dominant ones as a sign of respect. So when your dog licks you, they may also be saying, "You're in charge, and I respect you." But licking another dog's mouth has an even deeper, primal meaning rooted in survival. Number 9. The slow tail. Wag isn't happy.
This is Monitor. She is the happiest lab in the entire universe. She is a service dog, and she says, "I'm very happy."
We've all been taught that a wagging tail means a happy dog, but that's only half the truth. A loose, wiggly wag usually does mean joy. But a slow, stiff wag? That can mean tension, caution, or even aggression. The speed and direction matter. Italian researchers found that dogs wag more to the right when they're relaxed, and more to the left when anxious. So the next time you see a wag, don't assume excitement. That wag could be warning you of something much more serious. Number 8. Exposed belly isn't always rub meat. Dogs rolling over on their backs make us think they're begging for belly rubs. Sometimes that's true, but not always. Rolling over can be a sign of submission or even stress. It's your dog's way of showing submission and signaling that it doesn't pose a threat. Shelter workers often see dogs roll onto their backs when approached by bigger or more dominant dogs. That's not an invitation, it's surrender. Does your dog always want belly rubs when they roll over? Or are they sometimes saying something completely different? Number 7. The stiff freeze means danger.
user who gets the thermometer in his butt. It's the same thing. It's hilarious.
This one is critical. If your dog suddenly freezes, no wag, no movement, just tense stillness, it's a big red flag. The freeze often comes right before aggression. It's a dog's way of deciding whether they need to defend themselves. A dog guarding its food bowl may suddenly freeze if someone gets too close. Ignore this signal, and the next step could be a growl, snap, or bite. Here's where things get tricky. Most people think a growl is always bad, but number 6 might just change your mind. Number 6, growling isn't always aggression. Dogs growl for many reasons. Sometimes, yes, it's a warning of aggression, but often it's simply a boundary-setting tool. When a dog growls, they're saying, "I'm uncomfortable, please stop." And here's the important part that punishing a growl is a huge mistake. If you silence the growl, the dog may learn to skip the warning next time and go straight to biting. A dog growling when a child hugs too tightly isn't being mean. They're communicating, "This is too much for me." Respect that, and you prevent accidents. But now we get to number 5, and this one has a twist that most dog owners never see coming. Number 5, the twist, tail between legs isn't always fear. Here's where things get really interesting. The signal we all think we understand might not mean what we believe. A tucked tail is usually read as fear, but the twist is this, that sometimes it has nothing to do with emotions at all. Dogs in pain often carry their tails low or tucked as a way of shielding sensitive areas. Vets report that dogs with back problems, hip issues, or even stomach pain frequently walk this way, even in calm, familiar settings. Owners often misread the signal as shyness or nervousness, when in reality, their dog might be quietly suffering. This small detail can mean the difference between dismissing behavior and recognizing real discomfort. Have you ever noticed your dog tucking their tail when nothing seems scary? Could it have been pain instead? Number 4, whale eye means worry. Ever notice the whites of your dog's eyes when they look sideways at you? That's called whale eye, and it's a classic sign of discomfort. A dog being hugged too tightly may flash whale eye right before trying to wriggle away, showing discomfort and a need for space. Miss this signal, and you risk pushing your dog to a point where they feel they have no choice but to snap. Number 3, ears speak volumes. Ears are like antennas for emotions. Forward ears usually mean alert and curious. Pinned back ears often signal fear, stress, or submission. But here's the catch. Every breed looks different. A German Shepherd's ear signals are crystal clear, but floppy-eared breeds like Beagles or Cocker Spaniels are harder to read. Their signals are subtle, but just as important. And did you know that even tiny ear flicks can tell you something extraordinary? Number 2, the micro ear flicks. Dogs can move their ears independently, and those tiny flicks are a secret window into their world. When a dog flicks an ear, they're tuning into a sound, often one you haven't noticed yet. Search and rescue dogs are trained handlers' lifelines. Teams rely on subtle ear flicks to know when dogs have picked up faint noises of survivors trapped under rubble. What looks like nothing to us can literally save lives. Which brings us to number 1, the body language move. Your dog does almost daily, but you've probably misread completely. Number 1, the shake-off isn't just drying. Dogs love a good shake after a bath. But here's the secret that they also shake off stress. When dogs finish an uncomfortable interaction, maybe meeting a pushy dog at the park or after being hugged too tightly, you'll often see them do a full-body shake. It's their reset button, their way of letting go of tension. Trainers pay close attention to this. A dog that shakes off after a stressful training moment is signaling, "Okay, I'm fine now. Let's move on." It's a sign of emotional resilience. And there you have it. 12 dog body language secrets most people miss. From yawns that show stress to tails that warn of pain, your dog is always sending signals. Which one surprised you the most? Have you ever misread your dog's body language? Share in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.